Hi, this is Oluchi, and this is saying it as it is. So, for people on Twitter, for people who follow me on Twitter, would be having a space on Thursday, 9 p.m. Please do not miss it. On that space, we'll be talking about everything, questions, how we can serve you better, how I can serve you better, your listening experiences, what you like about the podcast and whatnot. So many things to talk about. So be there by 9 p.m. Don't miss it. It will be, I will be hosting it on my Twitter page, Fat Babe Lou. So it's Fat Babe, PHATBABE, Lou, Luuu, three U's. So please turn up. So today's topic is going to be, do you really want that family? It's a question I have been asking myself, and it's a question I like to ask people because these days a lot of us don't know if that's what we want because of how the economy is bad, because of how things are like super, super difficult in Nigeria right now for all of us in Nigeria. And to be honest, you have to, we cannot downplay the the I don't know how to put it. We cannot downplay finances when it involves having a family. But at the same time, some of us really want it. And to be honest, two heads are better than one. If you partner up with someone who shares your vision, you can have a great family. What do you think about that? It's something I believe. When you guys know what you want and there's a goal, there's a plan, it's not far from actualization. It's something that can happen. But then again, I feel the I don't know, maybe it's because of we are now more open to a lot of information. We are digesting a lot of things at the same time, and we are consuming too much. Now we don't even know what we really want from people or from our partners, future partners. So I would be answering my own question. Do I really want a family? Hell yes, I do. Um, I do because I really want twins. I know it's not easy, but at the same time, I'm just scared. Scared about like being pregnant and like delivering the child or children. Because then, even when I used to ask my late mommy, like, has childbirth, she'll tell you, "Oh, don't worry, when you get there, you cross the bridge." But these days, we have moms like telling you their experiences, explaining after childbirth, like things that are happening with them. Like people are now more open, which is nice. It also makes you know if that's what you really want out of the whole thing. It makes you rethink your position, to be honest, because sometimes when I see some videos from these hospitals when women are giving birth, I really ask myself, is this something you want? But yes, I've made up my mind to something I really want. And now it's a little bit harder to be a parent now because you have to be extra, extra careful because of what your children will consume. Even if you try to control their immediate environments, they step out, they have friends. How will you be able to control that aspect of their life? So it takes a lot of intentionality this time for us to be parents. But at the same time, we really need to do better than our parents, to be honest, because a lot of our parents pass down some traumatic experiences to us. And I would never blame them entirely, but there are some things they should have unlearned. But then again, it's not easy. given their own generation and the information that was given to them. But we are in a better position now. We have opportunity to we have opportunities, we see different things, and we can be better parents and not pass down the trauma and look out for our kids. At the same time, I feel people only want families or husbands or whatnot because of the marriage. I be the wedding. Yes, the wedding. Everybody wants a breakout wedding now. Wedding that will go viral on the internet so they can start their content creating path. But I'm not against it, to be honest. There's a lot of money to be made on the internet. But I don't want some of us to get carried away. That's why today's topic is about asking yourself if it's something you really want. Because we do get carried away, and because of how we get to consume a lot of things at the same time, we don't even know what we really want. So you need to sit down and ask yourself, because to be honest, I ask myself all the time if it's something I really want. When you get a very good and decent partner, to be honest, I feel having a family might be a lot easier than it seems to be. But then again, I don't have children, so I cannot be making statements like that. But at the same time, I just feel when you have a good partner, two good heads are better than one. So if you have a good partner, it will surely work out. And then I want to mention something. Another reason why this question keeps popping up is because the economy is like super bad, and some of us are struggling. Some of us are still staying in our parents' houses. Some of us don't even have girlfriends or boyfriends. The economy is like holding us down. We can't make financial decisions because there's no money. So the economic part of it is playing a very huge role on why some of us are unmarried. Those who want it, but those who don't want it, I think you're good to go. You don't have any financial worries. So yeah, the economy is super bad, to be honest, and that's why a lot of people are not married yet. People who really want to get married. But then again, two heads, if you meet someone who believes that a family is a partnership and you guys are both honest, there's no dishonesty on anyone's part, it can work. To be honest, it can work. That's my own mentality. Oh. I don't know about other people. I don't know about you, but trust me, I feel it will work. I really feel it will work. It's something that is possible. And another thing that is making a lot of us question if we really want families or not is because of our consuming a lot of things on the internet. Like I said earlier, I feel like we are overfed. Yes, even I try to minimize what I consume on the internet, because a lot of people don't like to admit it, but some of us are getting conditioned. You get, because we keep seeing divorce stories, we keep seeing a lot of bad views on marriages. The good ones, people who have good marriages, I don't even know why they don't come and tell us about it. Maybe they don't want us to spoil it, but I just noticed that we are being fed a lot of negative views on partnerships and marriages. But then again, I don't know, maybe people are now open to, like, people are now talking about their own experiences with marriages. And it's not a bad thing, but at the same time, it has a way of subconsciously sneaking into your head, and then it makes you too overly guarded, and you are you are, before you know it, you are like overthinking everything. And let me just give you one funny thing I see a lot on Twitter. So I used to see tweets when you like tweet something. I like, oh, I've been sleeping, and someone will just quote it, make it not be like say I no talk am on Twitter. Do you get that's one of the things that happens because of how we are consuming a lot of things on the internet. And then again, someone said something before and was like, oh, our parents' marriage lasted longer compared to now. And to be honest, I don't know if it's a good thing. Are we going to look at the um how will I put it now? Are we going to look at the length of a marriage or the happiness or your happiness in a marriage or how you are enjoying your marriage with your partner? I don't know. Are we going to use it as a yardstick of a good marriage? Like people staying because I think now a lot of people are desensitized towards divorce. You can see someone who married in 2024. They're divorced already. I don't know if it's a good thing. I don't know if it's a bad thing. But I feel like when domestic violence or abuse of any sort is not involved, abuse involved, I understand divorce. But if it's something that can be like fixed for the sake of children, except abuse and the domestic violence, I feel like if it's something that you can fix, it's worth giving a shot because at the end of the day, children are like the people who suffer from the dysfunction, and we really need to, if we want a better society, we need to start raising responsible children because responsible children transcend, transcend into adults, responsible adults. So we really need to ask ourselves, how do we get to be better parents compared to our parents? Like, what did they do wrong that we should do right? These are questions I ask myself sometimes because I'm not even going to come here and say, oh, I have it all figured out. No, I don't. But to be honest, do you really want to get married? Is it something you see yourself enjoying in the next 15 to 10 years? Or you just want to make mommy and daddy happy, or you just want them to have that big wedding that they've been talking about? You need to ask yourself if it's something you would like, because there's nothing as miserable as being in a bad marriage or staying in a marriage with someone you can't stand. Is like the worst thing ever. Not like I'm married, but at least I hear from people and it seems very insufferable. It seems like something that would be very, very, very crazy. So just ask yourself, is it something I really want? Forget the big wedding. Okay, let's say you don't have a big wedding. Is this still something you want? Are you willing to keep sacrificing for someone that might not understand your sacrifices? Because to be honest, children sometimes, even when I was a kid, I'm sure I didn't understand certain sacrifices till I grew older. So is this something you really want to do for like, because I don't think you stop being a parent. You're going to be a parent all your life. So is it really something you want, or is it societal pressure? To be honest, the society does not care about you because when things go south, you carry your kaya, you carry your load by yourself. Nobody's going to help you. So you need to ask yourself, is it really something I want? Because I see some tweets, I see some videos, and you can just tell that some of these people did not look beyond the whole glamour of the weddings or the whole breaking out, being the most talked about wedding or being on Bella Ninja. Yes, you might think it's very superficial, but a lot of people are about that life. So, like I said, it's something you just need to have an honest conversation with yourself. Tick your boxes, write it down. Is it something you want to do for the next 20 years? And are you going to be okay with your children not doing well? Because another thing is a lot of parents do not know how to handle the failure of their children. As a teacher, I'm speaking from my teacher perspective. I saw how a lot of parents were so disappointed and couldn't hide that disappointment when their children were not doing well. It's not easy, especially for the parents who sacrifice a lot. So it's just something to ponder on, think about it, ask yourself tough questions, answer them yourself too. Is it something you really want? Do you see yourself raising someone, nurturing them? Just think about it. And on the space on Thursday, we can all talk about it too, because some of us are not meant to be parents. I saw a tweet, someone replied my tweet and told me that all of us is like a human, it's inbuilt. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I don't think some people are meant to be parents. They don't have what it takes to nurture people. So no, I don't think it's inbuilt. Some of us are not meant to be parents. I feel some people are just meant to be bystanders. Like bystanders. They just look at people who have children and just say, okay, this person is trying, Sha. That kind of thing. They're not meant to be the ones taking care of kids. But it's the truth though, to be honest. It's the truth. So just think, ask yourself, do your evaluation. Remember when I talked about self-evaluation? It's part of it. And are you someone who is going to be able to learn, unlearn, and relearn a lot of things? Because your children are going to test you. How are you going to handle it? There's so many questions you need to answer, and your mommy or your daddy won't answer it for you. It's your own cross to carry. So, before we wrap this up, I want to say something. We need to be intentional about people who are in power, because some of these things are just because of the country is not working. The economy is bad. People are just trying to survive. So don't forget to keep hating APC. To be honest, I don't think any young person should be frolicking with that party. They have nothing to offer any of us. Anyway, have a beautiful week. Stay safe. Be careful. And take care of yourself. Bye.